Show podcast. I'm on Instagram on my Live Money Tonight. If you want to yell at me, let's go. Um, but so I was really like the day I was okay. I think I was very excited to watch the film, but the days leading up to it, I was kind of like, why are we getting this so late? It's like 2 years late. I'm like, not late, but it's like 2 years old. I don't know if I really like care that much, but I do care because I do like I'm a fan. So I'm like, I am a fan. Let me acknowledge that. Let me just be like, okay, I care. And then it dropped. It finally dropped at 8 o'clock at that night, not 12 p.m., not 12 a.m., which was crazy. But it finally dropped, and I'm like, okay, let me watch it or listen to it because I was at work still. So I was listening, and then I finally, okay, whatever. I finally watched it fully last night, and I was excited. It was like, oh, okay. And watching it brought back a lot of memories. It, and it enforced a whole new memory, like a whole new like emotional thing. Like I really felt the whatever she was saying. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but whatever she was saying and Rain on Me, I really felt touched by that. Um, Alice was edited really well. Um, the story, I really think this was such a great tour. The set list was really great because it's told the story. Once you like know the story and the theories or whatever, it told that very well. And how dark the first 3 acts were. And then we finally get like to Babylon. This is the first time I watched it full with Babylon. You get to like a happier sound with like Babylon and Free Woman and Born This Way. And like the color. I remember watching this one lady review the show, and she was saying how she was like basically she was acting, putting on like this act, but once we get to like the third act or whatever, Babylon, the act kind of breaks, and she seems a little bit more joyous, a little bit more happy. And yeah, you definitely see that. You could feel it watching. I felt it this time watching the show, watching the film. Even like, yeah, the fashion, it got a little bit more brighter and happier, which I really appreciated. And so the only thing, okay, there's two things. I'm very disappointed in the sound quality. There is some kind of now I don't remember if I said this. I don't know. I don't know if when I first talked about this a couple days ago or weeks ago at this point, if I was like critical about her vocal. Say you better not be dubbing that shit because yada yada yada. Because the vocals weren't that great at certain songs in the show. Towards the end, I'm gonna say towards the end. I was joking, GaGa. I was not like you didn't really have to like double because I preferred what the like actual live version that I actually heard and that I've been listening to on YouTube for the last 2 years. I prefer that instead of this I think it's like a pitch correcting because I was listening to Bad Romance. I'm like, Bad Romance, why she sounds like she's singing higher. Like she was not singing Bad Romance in that key. And it just sounded crazy. And then Replay pissed me off because I'm like, wait, Just Dance kind of pissed me off because she cut the second verse of Just Dance. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's my jam. Okay, whatever. Then Replay it pissed me off so much. Because GaGa, I listen to Lady Gaga because she has a dynamic voice. She is a singer. She is a vocalist, actually. She has like this, like I keep saying, she has this soulful quality to her voice. And I listen to her because of her voice. Other things too. She can really sing. That's the really thing I really appreciate about this lady, is that she can actually sing. And she, in Replay, she has like a lower note in like the first verse, or throughout the song, throughout the verses. And that pitch corrector or whatever, it like fucked that up. And I'm like, what? This is not the song that I've been listening to for the last 2 years. It's a whole different song. And I just like, I was only joking. You did not have to like change your vocals. And then Free Woman, just like, I just can't listen to Free Woman because the belting part, I'm a free woman, that part, like, it does not sound, it's just, she's not hitting the highest note that she can, and it's just distorting her voice, and I hate it. Hate it. And then, okay, the other thing is, like, maybe I think maybe she did that because like she wanted the film quality to be better, or like she wanted, either she did it for like a film quality, or she knows sometimes her voice didn't sound that great, or certain notes didn't sound that great. I'm not gonna say her voice. Certain notes didn't sound that great. Look at me trying to clean this up. Either that, or she did it for like a film, like wholesome film sound look, whatever. Also, um, the music, some of the music like edits, like what Beyonce did. I feel like Beyonce went back and re-edited some of the music in the Renaissance film. I feel like Gaga kind of did that too a little bit, or accentuated certain things and toned down certain things. Like on Babylon, I didn't hear like so much of the effects. Free Woman, like it didn't sound like I was at the concert, which is so crazy, but whatever. I guess that's the point. Not the point, or is the point, whatever. Which I really had a great time at that fucking concert. That was such a fun time. The other thing is, okay, I don't know if this stage was planned out so well, but you know how she's like up top, all like half of the show, or I'll say 1/3 of the show. Like if she's not sitting at the camera, I feel like, I mean, she's not sitting at the piano on the second stage, and she's not on the second level or the first level on the first stage, on the main stage. I feel like the cameras weren't really capturing her well. Yeah, that's all I say. I feel like they weren't capturing her well, or they weren't close enough to capture her essence well. Because at the piano, it was perfect. But like when she was doing Bad Romance, Poker Face, and Just Dance, and then when she was just like dancing around that second stage, the camera angles weren't that great, in my opinion. The aerial view, like the what do you call it? Not a zoom. When you have that device that you could blow up in the air and it captures everything, those are annoying as fuck. Or just like every second there's an aerial view, and then it kind of was getting annoying with like the different like shots, like the cut away to this shot, cut away to that shot. Every second that was getting annoying. But other than that, I really I enjoyed the film. Um, what else did I want to talk about? I can't believe that there was. Oh, she talked about how she had COVID for 6 shows. Now everybody's talking about how Lady Gaga is back and she's babbling, talking about just babbling random shit. I don't know if that's what it is or if that lady's lying. I mean, lying slash babbling, or she actually did have COVID for 6 shows, which is very confusing because the COVID that we've seen and that I had, I was not doing, 2-hour shows singing really incredibly. So I'm like, what is that about? And then 6 shows. So the European leg was 6 shows. And that was like 2 months. So it was just like you had COVID for like 2 months. Or the GaGa. I'm not saying that it was the European show. It was just like, what shows are you talking about? And then I think I slightly remember something about her show, or maybe it was Beyonce being a super spreader. Maybe it was both. Um, yeah, yeah. She could have kept that to herself. I don't know why she said that. Why did she say that? That was just like absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that there was actually like there was like a premiere and stuff. Um, I'm shocked at that actually, but I'm happy it happened. She looked great. Actually, like looking at her and like seeing her talk, she seemed like in a happy. She seemed happy to be there, and she seemed present and like she had something to say. Oh! The dancing. Like from where I was, I couldn't really pick out. I couldn't really tell the dancing was great. As great as it was. The Babylon was incredible choreography. 911, like I've been saying, was incredible choreography. Everybody was like on point. And I was like, is this a reshoot? Like, no, it can't be a reshoot. Because I was just like, no, this can't be a reshoot. I did not know they were so on point with the dancing. Uh yeah. The dancers did absolutely great. What other ones? Babylon, I really enjoyed. Oh, the Free Woman edit was horrible. I didn't know what happened. I guess she just like either she just wanted to show the crowd or like yeah, I was kind of disappointed in Free Woman actually. Because I think Miami had the best. The thing I do really like how it's like choreographed, but not really choreographed. Free Woman walking through the crowd with COVID or whatever. It's just so confusing. Like everybody else, COVID. You can get COVID from anybody at that point. But you told your team, if you want to perform, you can perform. But if you don't, because I'm gonna perform either way. Like it just doesn't make sense. But whatever. It's just confusing. But okay, whatever. At this point, it's like whatever because we've gotten a ways away. We've come a long way with COVID, but still at that time, I think if we knew that, it would have been definitely heavily criticized, even though she's getting criticized now. But I feel like at that time, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, what was it, 2 years ago, she would have been criticized heavily. And I'm surprised that that's not like the biggest headline. I guess because it's Monday and it's a holiday, but we'll see tomorrow. Um, what was I saying? Babylon was really great, like I was saying. Oh, Love Game. Telephone, Love Game. The dancers were on point. Really on point. With the the choreography by that swirl dude, really on point. Really like, oh my gosh. Incredible. Let me look at my notes. Because I think that's all I have to say. Color. Oh, the new music. So I wake up this morning and I just looked at somebody talk about how like the they feel like her new music is gonna be so she has something to prove and what is there just some weird ass theory? And I'm like, we got a 4-second clip of this song, which she needs to release now. She needs to release it like Friday or like right now. Um yeah, because I'm excited to hear what that new sound. Like I've been saying, like Chromatica is so dark and it's so, I guess, healing. She talks about how it's so healing. So I'm just like, okay. And then she talked about it on the red carpet, how this is a point where certain things are gonna end. I feel like she's gonna stop talking about certain things, and she's just opening a new chapter. And I'm like, cool, 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 fantastic. So I'm just like, okay, what is this new sound and new GaGa gonna sound like and talk about? And what are we gonna get? It's gonna be very like interesting because for the past what, all of her past career, most of her music has been very dark and slightly dark or obtuse and all these other things. But hey, that's it. But yeah, somebody was talking about like how she has something to prove, and I'm like, off of a 4 second clip, you're already imagining what is going on, what this new music is gonna sound like, and what this new era and album is gonna sound like off a 4 second clip. Like, please, 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 please stop with the conspiracies. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Please leave a comment about what y'all thought about the film. But honestly, I really did, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it again. Just despite those two things, the audio, it's really the audio that pissed me off. This is the Dare Show podcast. Thanks for listening. Um, bye.